Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, we're underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
The defensive qualities of William Saliba. For me, Peter, he's someone who's shown great leadership from such a young age when starting his career in France. I see a lot of bravery and courage, and I think they're words you associate with somebody who is very good in both boxes.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Guardiola has a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Guardiola really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Mateus goes short. Tunisia have the chance to go the other way. And he's picked out the run. And he's there to clear it. He's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And it's Doué, looking for the run. Oh, that was vital. Rafa Silva. Isak. Foot in. And here's Inzaghi. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Isak looking to run onto it. Doué.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, that's clever. Mateus showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. De Bruyne is in a really good position out wide. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Adams spots it and intercepts. First quarter of an hour gone. Messi. Hit into the middle. And that has been cleared. Raul. Can he get on the end of this? Rijkaard calmly anticipates. Raul, played into space. Albert Ferrer cuts out the pass. Probing pass. And no, that was never going to make it. Looking for a runner. And it's made its way to him. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
And it's Doué. Oh, facing up to his adversary. Doué! Oh, crossbar! Cleared away. Still goalless at the moment. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's De Bruyne. De Bruyne was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Tries to pass it through. Short changes him with that pass. Raul. Now that looks a decent ball. Shot, surely! It's there! And it's Tunisia who take the lead. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Tunisia have fired themselves in front.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
He won't be happy with that one. Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. Mateus conjures time and space where few can. Aims beyond the defence. No, that's been intercepted. Guardiola. That's a cute ball. That's good vision. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Nicely aimed pass. Mateus.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Isak looks to get on the end of this. And it's Messi. And we've reached half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. And if the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And the game has already resumed here.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Isak, and the shot! It's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Chips it through. That has been knocked clear. Quality ball. Now it's Mbappe. And they win it back again. Isak. Played with finesse. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
And it's Silva. And here's Isak. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Now it's Inzaghi. Jordan Henderson proves too strong, too smart. That's a nicely shaped ball. Real chance here. It's Raul! And he has kept it out somehow.
Raul is offering a wry smile there. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And it's going to be another corner. It's their second corner of the game. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Adams. Oh, good-looking ball. It's a searching pass. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Guardiola. And Adams. More and more pressure on the ball here. Messi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, easy pickings there. Mbappe. Zanetti. A man never lacking in drive or determination. Nice looking ball. Nicely worked. Look at the space here. Can he finish? It's in! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 8.
So,
Numero
time for
24.
changes on both
Numero
sides,
9.
actually.
Filippo Inzaghi.
Milan get themselves
Numero
back
6.
into contention.
Numero 19.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now. All of a sudden,
Lasciano il campo
this one's
per
totally up for
il numero
grabs.
22. Il numero 10.
Odo.
Hazard.
De Bruyne.
Il numero 99.
Rijkaard.
Il numero 36.
Out towards the flank.
Il numero 11.
Thinks about the shot. And he shoots! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Goal! AC Milan are all square. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
This has become one superb game of football.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Zubimendi picks it up from the goal kick. He steps in, and that's the end of that. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Milan have their second corner now. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Ball comes in. Saliba getting this one clear.
Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
He's having a shot! Oh, that's incredible! And that may just do it! He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Jordan Henderson,
Il quarto uomo
been
indica
slipped through.
4 minuti di recupero.
and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Spread neatly. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Ball swung. Oh, what a climb! Didn't quite get enough on that.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Stood up well to him there. Mbappe. Good ball over the top. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. And that's that. Milan have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. So a